Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food and another installment of Hot Noods. Today we're doing something I think is a little bit unusual. We're doing ramen, but this is cheese ramen, so it has cheese in it. The reason that's unusual is because typically you don't find a lot of cheese in Asian cuisines. You find it more in some Korean ones, but I have a feeling that it's maybe to cater to, people who kind of want cheese in it, maybe like Americans. More so than Asians. The only thing I can think of that where they definitely put cheese in a dish in Korea is the Korean army base stew. And the reason they put cheese in it is because the ingredients they got from army base, they would go into the commissary, whatever they could get there, which included American cheese, they would use that. So I think that's why it's showing up more and more in Korean cuisine, but not so much in Chinese or Japanese or Vietnamese, anything like that. All right. So the company is Ottogi, and this is Stir-Fry Cheese Ramen. Now here's the thing I find weird about that. It's called Stir-Fry Cheese Ramen. So maybe it's already stir-fried and we're just reconstituting it, but the cooking directions say boil 18.59 ounces, that's pretty specific, of water and add the noodles into the water for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, we're not gonna measure that out because we don't save the water, right? So we don't really care, as long as we have enough in there. Turn off the heat and drain the water. Remain 3 tablespoons of water. Again, that's retain. 3 tablespoons of water. Add the powder soup, then stir well and serve. Caution, contents are hot. After heating, handle with care, right? So at no point in time does it tell you to stir fry them. So, it is what it is. I mean, I suppose you could, but since it doesn't tell us to, we're not going to. Now, the ingredients specify that there's cheese in there, but it just says cheese, so I have no idea what kind of cheese it is. So we're gonna do this, just in case, if we want it to be cheesier. I have some Parmesan cheese, and I have some cheddar cheese, and we'll go ahead and add that. Now, had I really thought about it, I wouldn't have used cheddar cheese, I would have used American cheese, because it melts better, but we'll do what we have to do. So we can cheese that up if necessary. So I'm gonna get the water started here, and then it cooks for, what did I say? 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm gonna get that started, and I'll be right back. Well, your time I'll be right back. It'll be 3 minutes and 30 seconds for me, but we'll be right back and we'll try our noodles. So hang in there, we'll be right back. All right, well, you know what? I don't think we're gonna have to add any cheese to that. We can do it as kind of a grand experiment. We could add parsley or something else to that. I think we're just gonna try it just as it is. So what took me by surprise is I was kind of expecting, you can't tell how orange the cheese is from the package, but it actually is. So it's almost like Kraft macaroni and cheese orange. So I'm imagining that it's the same kind of cheese and it's gonna taste like that, so we'll give it a try. So even I put these other ones in, the cheddar might be close, the Parmesan probably is not gonna be close, but anyways, we're gonna give it a shot and we're gonna see what this tastes like. There's a lot of cheese there. It does taste like Kraft macaroni and cheese. Maybe not as tangy. And again, it's really hard to tell what kind of cheese they used because of the color. And the reason I say that is because typically, like cheddar cheese, this cheddar cheese, it's kind of an orange color. That orange color gets added to it. So that cheese by nature is white. And they add that yellow coloring. So they use annatto coloring, which comes from marigold petals. So this is the same thing. It's the coloring that comes from marigold petals. So it's really difficult to tell what kind of cheese it is. The ingredients don't specify what kind of cheese it is. So it's really difficult to tell. I'm gonna say that this is pretty good. I'll also say, if you like Kraft macaroni and cheese, this is not quite as tangy, not quite as thick, the cheese, but it's nice. It's nice. It's also a departure from typically putting comes some sort of soup broth or mix in there that makes it really, really salty and increases the sodium count. So that's kind of nice too. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a thumbs up. It's something different for ramen. And typically you don't find it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good from a, comparing it to Kraft macaroni and cheese. Now, if you want to compare that to something that you would make by yourself at home, maybe not so much. We should actually do an episode like that where we're actually making something like that, and we'll see how that comes out using ramen. But this is actually pretty good. I'm just gonna get a thumbs up from me. So I got this at H Mart. So if there's an H Mart near you, that's where you would go to get it. But when you get out there, just remember that it's crazy out there. So please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.